Do your conversations with women tend to die or go nowhere? Want to learn how to keep a conversation going with a woman, even if you're not a good conversationalist? Today, we live in a society that's too politically correct. It's easy to feel insecure about what you talk about with women for fear of offending them. And yet, at the same time, having meaningful conversations is a need for women. If you can't meet that need, they'll all eventually leave you for men who can. Think of it this way. Women love a good conversationalist in a man more than good looks or money. It's obvious, right? If you ask the happiest, most satisfied girlfriends and wives out there, they'll all tell you the same thing. They're madly in love with the man in their lives is because they can talk to him about absolutely anything. The looks and money, they're just icing on the cake. What about you? Would you want to be the kind of man women can talk to about absolutely anything? And would you want to be the kind of guy who could give any woman a good conversation, anytime, any place? If so, then you're exactly who I'm making this video for. I'm about to teach you 2 of the best ways on how to keep a conversation going with a woman. The first technique is called branching, and you'll learn it after you give this video a like. Go ahead, click like now. After you learn the branching technique, you can keep a conversation going as long as you want. Sounds good? Once you clicked like, I will share with you the branching technique immediately, I promise you. So click the like button now. I'll wait right here. Done? Awesome. So let me tell you about the branching technique. Branching is when your topic veers off to another topic. It's similar to how a tree trunk tends to veer off into branches. For example, let's say you're talking to a woman about, say, your favorite sports to play. And then, when you sense you're about to run out of things to talk about, you can then say, speaking of sports, and then you branch into another topic. Or you can say, that reminds me of this funny story, and then you branch into a funny story that you know for sure will put you in a good light. Also, you can even say, hey, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you. And then you branch into a question that, if she answers it, will move your relationship one step forward. Simple, right? Now, you might be wondering, but what exactly do I talk to her about? That's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter. You just need to preface the next topic with a phrase like, speaking of, or that reminds me. It'll make her detach from the previous topic and engage you in the new one, even if the 2 topics aren't connected. So as long as you have another topic, story, or question to ask her, branching will keep her engaged. Now, as useful as branching is, it has one weakness. It can lead to the friend zone if you're too good at it. Yep, you heard that right. It's possible to be too good at keeping a conversation going with a woman. And when you're that good, women tend to put you in their friend zones. Why? It's all because of one factor, value. Let me explain. Every guy in a woman's life presents some form of value to her. If he didn't, she wouldn't keep him around. When it comes to her lover, the value she wants comes in 2 forms. They are emotional fulfillment and physical satisfaction. And when it comes to her friends, she gets a much wider variety of value. Money, connections, an ego boost, fun, moral support, and, you guessed it, conversation. Now here's the problem. If you like her romantically, and you're a good conversationalist too, you're presenting her with a choice. She has to choose whether to see you as a lover or to see you as a friend. And here's what most guys never figure out. If you present a woman with those 2 choices, chances are she'll choose to see you as a friend. Why? Here's why. It's because she can always use another friend. The more friends she has, the better her life becomes, and good friends are hard to come by. Meanwhile, she also knows she'll be perfectly happy with one lover, and there are so many guys out there who want to be her lover. All she has to do is sit back, take her time, and pick the best guy when she's ready. See how she easily slots you into the friend zone? It's a no-brainer. That's why the branching technique isn't enough. You'll also need the second technique, which is called bouncing. And bouncing is what will keep you out of her friend zone and make her see you as a potential lover. Want to learn how bouncing works? I'll tell you in just a bit. For now, take a moment and click the subscribe button below this video. After you click subscribe, I'll tell you all about the bouncing technique. It'll make her feel those all-important romantic feelings for you. Deal? So subscribe to this channel now. I'll wait here till you do. Have you subscribed? Great. So let me tell you about the bouncing technique. Like branching, the bouncing technique was developed by my dating coach, Derek Rake. Derek is the founder of the Shogun Method School of Dating, and I happen to be one of his 17,000 students. Anyway, about the bouncing technique. Bouncing is when you physically move or bounce her from one location to another. With this technique, you're not just keeping a conversation going with her, you're also making her associate your conversations with new emotions and experiences. And that's something even the best conversationalists can't do. And as a result, even if she might think your conversations are nothing special, she'll feel they are. It's all thanks to the emotions you make her feel. Bouncing is actually easy to do. For instance, in the middle of your conversation with the woman, simply say, "Hey, it's cold out here. Let's go get some coffee." Or, "It's almost 6. Let's go get dinner." See how it's done? You simply pair a suggested bounce location, such as a coffee shop or restaurant, with a good reason to go there. It's a good idea to bounce a woman at least twice to 3 different locations, but the more the better. Now, you might be wondering, but what if I bounce her someplace and it gives her a bad experience? Guess what? That's fine. In fact, it's a good thing. Why? It's because you want her to feel a wide range of emotions, both good and bad. The reason for this is simple: human nature. If you'll notice, the strongest human bonds are forged not during good times, but during bad times. Natural disasters, war, financial crises. These are the events that bring people closest together. Likewise, when you make her feel a bad experience, she'll feel an inexplicable bond with you. And when you take her someplace afterward that makes her feel good, then that bond gets even stronger. In short, with branching and bouncing, you can't lose. It's the best way to keep a conversation going and make her see you as more than just a friend. Now, here's the thing. Branching and bouncing are not the most powerful conversation techniques out there. That title belongs to their mother technique, fractionation. What is fractionation? It's basically the essence of branching and bouncing. If you'll notice, the power of branching and bouncing lies in the emotional thrill ride it gives a woman. The more thrilling the ride is, the more she sees you as more than just a friend. Fractionation does that too, except it's about 100 times more powerful. Branching and bouncing can make her see you as a potential lover, but fractionation can make her feel totally addicted to you. It's the same kind of addiction she'd feel for a drug or an erotic novel or shopping. Imagine if she could feel that addicted to you. That's the power of fractionation. Plus, with fractionation, you don't need to bounce her anywhere. That's because fractionation is a storytelling technique. All it requires is to say the right words at the right time. That means anyone can learn it, including you. Want to learn how fractionation works? Of course, right? So here's what I'll do for you. In just a moment, a link will pop up inside this video. I want you to click on that link because it'll take you to a special online masterclass on mind control. After you sign up, Derek Rake himself will teach you all about fractionation. That way, you can start using fractionation today. You can start making women feel completely addicted to you, even if they don't know why. Sounds good? You bet. When it comes to keeping conversations going with women, fractionation is the best. Trust me on this, okay? Want to start winning women's hearts with just the words you say? Then master fractionation today. Click on the link and join the online masterclass now.